Hi, I'm Tim Bankosi. You might know me better as Euphonik. At night, I play house, and during the day, I buy houses. I was lucky enough to realize at a very young age that property can be an amazing wealth creation tool, and since then, I've been passionate about teaching young South African kids about the value of owning your own property. Every week on Property Matters, I will find out more about the local property market and speak to experts about the best property fit for you, depending on lifestyle, income, and individual needs. As we start our journey to help you find the perfect home, it is important to understand different types of residential properties on offer. You may have heard terms like sectional title and freehold property, but do you understand the differences? I'm meeting with the real estate principal at Chaz Everett International Property Group, Marvelous Mahlangu, to get some clarity. So, Marvelous, in South Africa, what types of properties do we generally have?
In South Africa, we generally see your residential, commercial, and industrial. In your residential, that's where we live in, and in your commercial, that's where we do our retailing. Then our industrial, that's where manufacturing happens. In South Africa, generally, the residential dominates.
Today, we're specifically going to focus on residential properties, which is where people live. Can you explain the difference between sectional titles and freeholds for us?
In sectional title, you're looking at schemes, sectional title units that's in a complex where you own the four halls. You own the inside, you don't own the outside. Outside is a common area for everybody that lives in. And then your freehold, that's you own the land and you own everything that is in it.
What are some of the pros and cons for someone that wants to buy either a freehold or a sectional title?
Most people with bigger families will prefer to live in a freehold, because what happens there is you own everything, you own your ground, you own your land, you can do basically everything that you want to do with it. In sectional title, you live in a community. So it's like you are a community on its own. It's a complex, you don't own everything. Younger people prefer that because when they are starting off work, they don't have time to be doing gardening, worrying about the outside, worrying who maintains. They just worry about their four walls that they live in. Mainly when they start off, they prefer that because it's lock up and go. There is levies, there is homeowners as well, body corporate that governs the rules of the complex. So you have to abide by the rules.
So Marvelous, I'm a potential buyer and I'm looking at either a freehold or a sectional title. What bits of key advice can you give me?
I always give advice to people to say, first do your homework very well. If you are buying in a sectional title scheme, make sure that you know the rules. Make sure that you have gone through the rules of the complex. If it doesn't suit you, rather not buy in. Rather go for freehold because there's not too many rules. Sectional title, you might find that you've got a pet, you've got a little dog, you've got a cat. Some complexes don't allow that. So please go through the rules. Make sure that you know what you're getting in yourself into. Maybe you're somebody that likes to have a lot of people, likes to have friends. There's time frames that you can have friends over. In a freehold, like I said, you can do whatever you like. And there is also levies. Know how much levies you'll be paying. Because you might move in and then all of a sudden you hit by a levy statement that you are not prepared for. Rates and taxes are minimal, but levies can be slightly higher in complexes. Buying either of, you need to first cater for your needs. You need to see what exactly do you need.
All right, Marvelous, thank you so much for all that advice. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We are here to help.
Knowledge really is power, and when entering the property market for the first time, make sure you do your homework. Investigate on what the pros and cons are when deciding whether you'll be investing in a freehold or a sectional title property. This will probably be one of the biggest investments you'll make in your life, so be armed with information and do not be afraid to ask an expert for advice on the type of property that would best suit your needs.